Hey guys, it's Spyro4 here, and today I'm checking out the carbon fiber mouse that only costs $70 in AliExpress by a company called irok. I wouldn't know it either if I wasn't broke looking for the cheapest keyboard. They're actually underrated when it comes to keyboards, but this is a hard attempt to make a carbon fiber one, so let's check it out. Of course I bought this one for my own money because I was very curious for what they offer here, and I think they should work on their box packaging style. It's very... Anyways, first thing we get the mouse, extra case, which is always appreciated, USB cable, and then this cool looking dongle that reminds me of the IP float. So right out of the bat we can see that this mouse is inspired by the ULX, the Beast X by WL Mouse, by Ponage maybe. It looks like a mixture of everything, and it's also carbon fiber with holes. So not gonna lie, this design looks pretty sick. I really like it. And even the side holes, they're not really huge, like I don't mind them at all. And they really nailed it with that purple finish on top of the clicks. So the shape of this HE6 is not a clone of anything actually. The length of the mouse is 120 millimeters, the tight side grooves are 56, and the large area 61 millimeters. And the height of the mouse is 38. If you check that out on ELO shapes, it's really not a clone of anything. But in my opinion, it's too small for my 18.5 centimeter hands. And I'm surprised the build quality here is very solid. There's no side flex, no creaking, no issues with the build quality here. But guess why though? It's heavy. Yeah, that's why. 53.5 grams for a carbon fiber mouse in 2025? I don't think enthusiasts will like this weight on a carbon fiber mouse. Me personally, I don't mind this weight at all. Everything seems butterflies so far. Until we move on to the main clicks. I usually don't mind the side-to-side wobble, but there's something worse here. I feel like the shell clicks are not really tightened up enough with the micro switches. Something feels wrong here. It feels like the carbon fiber clicks are like grinding against the switch. You can't hear it, you can't see it, but you can only feel it with your finger. Just clicking or sometimes just resting your finger, you can feel the dragginess or like something wrong with this implementation that makes things feel really bad, not gonna lie. Obviously these are Omron opticals and they sound just like Omron opticals. Side clicks however are top notch. They nailed them really. There's no pre and post travel, top tier. Scroll wheel is also perfect. I love the rubber design on it and it really sticks with my finger. Very defined steps and a crispy click. But since there is a TTC gold wheel roller here, it feels really good. So checking the mouse from the bottom, of course, is a DPI button, Bluetooth option, which is really appreciated as well. And we can see some few holes on the bottom plate. For this case, these are claimed to be PTFEs and they really feel like PTFEs and they feel really smooth, actually like them, but they're not thick enough. They're thin, just like the Superlight. One thing you would be curious about is the coating on this carbon fiber shell. There is no grippiness, unfortunately, on this shell whatsoever. It's like really smooth. It doesn't grip at all. They do claim to have a coating on this mouse, but it doesn't feel like anything. The shell is so smooth that I can barely control it sometimes while playing. Now let's move on to what's more important, which is the performance. So this mouse has the latest 3950 sensor, which is a huge plus, and it's using the CX MCU that a lot of budget brands are using as well. So I had no issues with the performance in general and latency of this mouse. Everything feels good. I hit my shots perfectly. I had no hiccups, no slowness, no lag with the sensor whatsoever. The battery here is 500 milliamps, which is very enough if you don't use competitive mode. It's gonna last you a lot. Pulling rate seems stable, not bad. Really good web-based software. Just get onto software. You don't need to download any firmware updates or anything. But I found one problem in the LOD settings. Why does this mouse only has 1mm and 2mm increments adjustments for the LOD? Doesn't this mouse have a 3950 sensor? So as a conclusion, would I use this mouse? Simply no. Even though it has some pros like carbon fiber shell, very budget price, good performance and latency, but all these pros I mentioned were destroyed by simply having very bad feeling clicks. Also the coating. The coating is non-existent. This thing is very slippery. So do I recommend it? No, I don't think it's the best budget carbon fiber mouse out there. But if you learned something in this video, why don't you support me with a like? And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, you gotta stop trolling.